Howdy, 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 and meowdy. Happy Wednesday, Catfish. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. I know it's significantly later than I normally stream. I spent most of the day fighting Unity. Unity is evil. But we fought it and we won. And I now have finally a new model to show off. And boy, did it turn out super well. Still a few little things on it I need to tweak and adjust, but overall it is an absolute upgrade for sure. The expressions, the responsiveness, just everything on it is an upgrade. And it's so nice. But yeah, I was up till 4 in the morning fighting Unity, and then after I woke up, I resumed fighting Unity, and then I beat Unity, and was able to push this out. And now that the new model is here, it is time to stream. Thankfully, what we're doing today is not going to take too long, I don't think, because we are doing patch 7.5 of Dawntrail, which came out yesterday. And I am so excited. I've heard nothing but good things, so I am excited to dive in, to have fun, and see just where the story takes us today. Leading up to the new expansion, which is going to be amazing, honestly. Like, the trailer for the new expansion is so good. I am extremely excited. Yeah, by Friday I should have a more refined version of this, more properly updated and tweaked so it looks even better, but what I have now is still so nice. Like, the moment I popped it into Unity, I noticed it had triple the expression blend shapes my old model had. Which, this being the 2.0 version of the old model, or of the old model base, I'm not surprised that it has a metric ton more blend shapes to mess with. Which just means more expressiveness, more fun. I got all of my... I managed to, by looking at the pictures, recreate most of the... Or, no, not most of, all of the old expressions. So we've got angry, sad, pain. We've got our WTF expression. Another WTF expression. I need to fix the blinking on this so that it's not blinking with the eyes closed, because it shouldn't. But our yay. Got our smug little shit expression. And I do need to remember to change the eyebrows into the little bean eyebrows I was trying out, because I do like how those look. Especially on this. And we've got happy tears. And that actually looks so cute. And now we're pogging. I need to turn off mouth tracking on this. Honestly, I don't mind the mouth tracking on it. It actually doesn't look terrible. And got a little shy expression. And I think I broke the tongue sticking out. I'll need to fix that, but still, it looks fantastic. I am happy with how it turned out. Game loading broke things briefly, but it's almost done loading, and then we can immediately dive into the story. Because if this is like other 0.5 patches, it should be not a lot of quests. It shouldn't take us more than a couple hours. I did read that there's a dungeon and a trial, so those will both be fun. And then, once we finish this, we are waiting until the 0.55 patch comes out, which will be the last bit of story before the new expansion. And they also did unlock the current raid tier, so you can farm gear freely outside of the weapon tombstone, which is still weekly locked. But they also lowered that down to only 4 per weapon instead of 7, so it's much easier. Instead of having to do 7 weeks of raiding to get a weapon, you can do it in 4. And you can get the rest of your gear in a day. You can just farm it out freely if you really want. And honestly, I might do that this weekend, just because I love the raids. I don't mind farming out gear and trying to get the music. I've still not seen the music drop. I've been assured the music does drop, but I've not seen it. I'm sure we'll probably see a piece eventually. Oh, and the final Alliance raid came out. The final Alliance raid for the expansion, which we will be doing Sunday. And I heard it has an emote, so we are going to be praying to RNGesus that we get the emote first try. Knowing my streamer luck, we're not. Because we got the extra goodies from each of the raid tiers first try. Like, we got the minion, we've got the classes, we've got the other minion. So my streamer luck's not going to be... It's not going to be kind to me. I got all these goodies off the rip. I'm not going to get any more goodies instantly. But honestly, I've heard the Alliance raid is great, so I don't mind farming that. Because I think the emote, like the music, is free to farm. Like, it's not on a weekly lock, it's just bonus content you can farm out. Which will be exciting. I still don't know what the emote is though, but I've heard it's a cool one. And man, I do need to get this model set up for VR chat as well. That's going to be a process and a half. Alright, game's almost done loading, and then we can immediately hop right in. Howdy, howdy, Zero. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Though I didn't think to check what the queue is like for getting in, so hopefully there's not a lot of people. It would be nice if there's not a lot of people in queue, so we don't have to sit here forever to do the story. But there's probably not a lot of people. Like, my server's not a super busy server. So I think we'll be treated nicely with everything. I'm just being a little stingy right now. Go figure, at least something's gonna be stingy on me while I'm trying to do things. Probably should have had this up in advance, but we ball. Oh, and thank you for the 5-watch streak. That is amazing to see. I love my view chatters, whether they're regulars or if they lurk. Lurkers are also perfectly valid. Like, I'm not one of those streamers who... Lizard. Wait, I am not one of those streamers who will call out anyone and everyone who is watching immediately. Because I know people like to lurk. People like to just not chat, just to lurk and mind their own business while they enjoy, and I respect that. Sometimes a nice lurk is what is needed. Like, I like lurking streams while I do busy work, like model work and stuff. Putting on a stream and just relaxing is always fun. Yes, game's almost done. Well, while the game's finishing whatever it's doing, I can put myself in queue and see how long it's gonna take to get in. Because I know queues would have been insane yesterday, but they're probably also going to be spicy today as well. Honestly, queues are usually spicy for the first week leading up, or the first week of a patch coming out. And then people have done the main content, it stops becoming super spicy. Streamer bot, what are you doing? Okay, streamer bot, behave. Because I kind of need my chat. Okay, things are almost done, so I'm gonna get us in queue. And I also noticed that there is a bug where some people are finding in their fashion accessories a cute little seal backpack, which it's assumed to be from the upcoming Make It Rain event, but some people are finding it in their inventories early. It would be nice if they let us keep it if it's there, but knowing them, they're probably going to just take it away and we have to just get it from the event, which I don't mind. Like, Make It Rain's an easy event. It's just the game's way of making it easier to get casino money. Okay, Q is actually normal. So let's bop and bop. That is about normal for the queue. I kind of expected there to be more people, but especially because it's the evening. And I am absolutely not where the MSQ is going to start at, because I kind of... Like, I meant to look up the patch notes and read them on stream, but Unity was being a prick all day, so I didn't get to start stream earlier, so I will probably read the patch notes on stream Sunday, before we do the Alliance raid, just to see what sort of other goodies they added in. Because I know the new PvP series started, so we're also going to peek at that and see what... Don't tell me my internet's dead. Okay, we're back. My internet died briefly. This is not the first time that my internet died on me midstream. In fact, Sunday it died while we were... Not Sunday, Monday. Monday it died while we were doing content. In fact, we were raiding and it died on us. But at least we got in, or back in quickly. But yeah, it should hopefully behave. And then we can just dive right into the story. Because I have heard nothing but good things about the story for this patch, so I am excited. The new expansion looks so good. Okay, 26 players now, but that's fine. It's still not a terrible amount. I kind of figured the server would be congested. It's usually congested, and again, it is the day after patch day, so it's going to be extra congested. And here we go. Yeah, I'm going to definitely need to do like a new banner for my socials and stuff. All sorts of things with the new model. I'm gonna need to make a new ref sheet too. That'll take a bit. But, I mean, the reference sheet's always fun to make. I will do that once I have the overalls outfit set up. Oh, Solution 9 has an instanced area now. That means something has changed. Oh, okay, I am actually not far from where we need to be. Perfect. You're right, the story ended up there. Right. Which, that explains why there's there's instances here now. Don't mind why we're staring at the floor. We will stop staring at the floor shortly. Game just has to load things. And I hope they make the Demi-Atma part of that much easier, because that's still extremely annoying. Haven't had a chance to play since Monday. So I haven't really been grinding much more on the relic. Also, right, I was gonna check fashion accessories. No, dang it, we're not one of the lucky ones who got the bugged backpack. I wanted that. But also, right, PvP. What is the PvP rewards for this series? Ooh, Rule Breaker's attire coffer. That sounds awesome. And an emote. Conduct, hell yeah. A little blue Viking minion, and God, I am gonna have to see if there's a picture of that gear set when we finish stream. Because that sounds like it's an amazing looking outfit. I am quite glad that we caught up on the Alliance raid stuff, because since the new one came out, which just means Sunday we get a fun stream. I trust you were able to get plenty of rest. Good. I thought we might take a moment to ponder our next steps, and perhaps reflect on our recent journey. I must admit, my thoughts often drift to the Mist Continent and our stay in Treno. It was heartening to see the Malala prosper despite the odds, and my own flesh and blood strive in that Levin-racked landscape. Sphene was eager to restore diplomatic relations, and I have no doubt that Alexandria will provide much-needed support for their neighbor. I, too, shall do everything I can to aid my home away from home, my wonderful, welcoming family included. For the time being, though, I'd say we've accomplished all within our power. I suppose that just leaves the matter of preservation's research. It is yet unclear how Calyx learned the techniques he used to summon his Dark Primal, and there is likewise much that remains unknown about the key. Let us hope that Shale's efforts bear more fruit. Can you hear me? Shale and I have been reviewing the decrypted files and have uncovered some intriguing details. Would you care to join us? We'll be with you right away. Excellent. Shale seems rather eager to speak with you all. Come and find us in the Deuterolab when you're ready. Uncanny timing indeed. Let us make for the containment complex. Which I believe, yep, it's north of us. Well, I wonder what interesting details we get to see. And I hope we get to see more of that cute red-headed Ascian girl. Cause she is really cute, and I like myself a nice cute villain. Heading for the containment complex? Right this way. I definitely need to adjust a few things on the model. Like, I'll probably go back to using the eye texture I had before, because I still really like that. Unless I find another one I happen to like, which I probably should look into stuff specific for this model. Like makeup. Makeup would be cute.
You're just in time for a progress report.
Please tell me Graha's voice is fixed.
The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents. A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor. I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
Yippee!
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala. And just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required. A process which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success. And even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected. The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key. Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, they conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
So, their tribulations ultimately afforded them
Yay,
control of
his
the
voice
key,
is fixed.
albeit in a limited capacity. Which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Zoralja in its use, thus enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
For all we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
What do you think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
Yeah, sound like a plan for me.
Give me a moment.
My word.
Hmm?
Ishtola?
This is the first time I've beheld the key in all its unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Now that you mention it, the ornamentation is reminiscent of Amarot.
Huh?
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
Oh. It reminds me of Azem's crystal.
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azem. A plausible theory, although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
Ring, ring, hello?
My apologies. Hello? Yes, this is Cryo speaking. That was Ojika with a message for us.
Oh?
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex.
Yay, we're going to Charlian, let's
Though
go!
disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Charlian, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Well, let's go pay her a visit. I haven't seen her in a while.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the salt.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
Aw, I'll be back. I'm always back. I've got lots of adventures to go on. You can't get rid of me forever.
Oh, Shale. I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done. We will be forever indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us, for Alexandria. In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
You are most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further. With the utmost care, I assure you.
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
I haven't been back here in quite a while. Also, for Final Fantasy streams, I might start moving myself to the left side, because it seems like they always put the patch title on the right. And the credits are also on the right, so I could chill on the left, cover up the chat a little. God, this place is still super pretty. Welcome back, and what a pleasure it is to see you too, Panifer. Thank you for contacting us, Ojika. We came as soon as we could. Of course, I felt it prudent given how troubled Tataru was. Your concern is much appreciated. As it so happens, we'd reached a convenient juncture in our investigation. Shale and Yashola have matters well in hand, leaving us free to make this trip. That's a relief to hear. Now, let me fetch Tataru for you. Why don't you take a moment to relax in the main hall? I'm sure you're all still fatigued from your journey. Not really. I teleported here. It took me not even a minute. But yeah, I don't mind taking a load off, kicking my feet up, relaxing and being chillin'. Now, what could Tataru have to talk about that is so important, and that he's so troubled over?
Planning your next journey?
Oh no, just reminiscing. Thinking back to when you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask.
God, these cutscenes really do look significantly better.
Welcome back.
Wonderful to see you again, Tataru.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Turali adventures. It was only once they departed for Garlemord that the rumors came to my attention.
Ooh, rumors?
Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star.
Huh?
I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with.
Wait, does that mean we get to see Zero again? I hope we get to see Zero.
But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea.
Oh boy.
It's as if a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures.
Ooh boy.
For a blessing, most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
Boy, oh boy.
A deeper connection to the void. Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
It is. Alphino and Alize were there when the trouble began, and have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
Well, I did kind of want to visit the snow. It's gotten hot here again. Like, we are back to 80-degree temperatures, which is spicy. A short while earlier in Tertium.
thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Taral. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn Servant, Galul Jajar. Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship. A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolal.
And for Garleans as well. Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding. It's up to all of us to forge new bonds, together.
Thank you for sharing your tale. Better they hear it firsthand than endure my clumsy retelling. Your words give me hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
We all have the capacity to affect change. Our time in Taral taught us that much. And now that we've returned, it's time we rolled up our sleeves and got back to work.
Hell yeah.
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolal.
Thank you. But are you sure you've recovered from your journey? It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
Oh, these two like being busy.
Sir!
Lapis Manalis is overrun with void scent. We've sustained heavy civilian casualties.
What?
Plutium Squadron reporting in. We're under attack. Void scent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection. Damn it. Is that another fisher? Oh, no, no, no! Ah!
Oh, that scream was visceral.
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
That scream was absolutely real. Oh boy. Like, I've heard a lot of screams in this game, but that one was visceral. That one felt real.
The community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilzabad contingent, they face daunting odds.
I'll help. I'm good at fighting.
We shall leave for Garlemald immediately.
Thank you.
I am, in fact, quite very good at killing.
I was able to contact Thancred and Urianger too. They're already on their way.
Yay, Uncle Squad.
You'll be able to rendezvous with them on arrival.
I skipped over that. I've been told Alphinaud and Alisei have withdrawn to Tertium to request aid in the front lines. They seemed intent on rejoining the battle once reinforcements were ready, but I shall tell them to wait until I arrive. Give me the money. Ooh. And just like that, we find ourselves faced with another emergency. Fortunately, there is yet time for us to make a difference. Let us make haste for Tertium. Yeah, the patch notes never say how many quests there are, but there's probably like 7 or 8, I want to say. Including a dungeon and a trial. We'll probably get hit with the dungeon fairly quickly. And then the trial will probably come shortly after that. Like when we did the Doom Train, and god, the Doom Train was so freaking cool. Hey, lots of people, as expected. It's our favorite uncle not uncles. Ah, Panifer, you've made it in time.
You picked a frosty spot for a reunion.
Hehehe.
Tataru sent word that you were coming. Full glad am I to see you all. Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with void scent. As far as we can ascertain, there are 2 focal points of their assault. The Ilzabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
As well they should. The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures.
Yeah, those guys are really good at fighting the void scent.
Which leaves the second focal point, the Clutium. Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting
Oh, that's the name of the dungeon.
but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of void scent.
Okay, so dungeon time soon.
They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
Dungeon time now, actually.
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Of course, Kryl. Thank you. The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
Dungeon! Yippee! Ooh, you get a lot of tomes from this. Alright, these all kind of do give you a lot of tomes. And the queue should go pretty quickly because everyone and their mother's doing this. Not just here, but on every server, on every data center. So I should have a pretty quick queue. Also looking at these people, this dude wearing the open shirt is gotta be freezing. Like, we're in the middle of the winter, like, it's freezing here, it's snow everywhere, it is cold. And that guy's raw dogging it in an open shirt, it's thin clothing and loose pants. This guy's crazy. Like, we're at least wearing like a cozy jacket skirt. Warm shoes. Oh, this music is sick. Hey, we all have really nice looking adventurer plates. Wow. Swing. Yep, these are definitely void scent I have seen elsewhere in the game. Especially those tall winged fellows, the Taurus. And the Voidoriga, the Blackguard. I've seen all of these.
You're a sight for sore eyes.
Hey yo, Eulitz, what's up, homie? Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Slice and dice and boom. Ooh boy, I get to do this again. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Slice and dice and everything is dead.
We'll handle things from here. Take care of the Fisher.
Oh, what in the hell is that guy? What is that ugly looking sucker? Eye of the Scorpion. You sure are ugly. What's poppin', ugly? Ready to die? Then I'm ready to kill. Don't you run for me. I'm trying to murder you. Okay, that's a cool ability. What do you mean, moving? I wasn't moving, I stopped moving. I might have been auto-attacking, but I sure as hell wasn't moving. Okay. Yeah, that is honestly actually kind of really hard to see looking... unless you're looking like straight down. Okay, that's flank. I really need to make the floating text bigger so I can more easily see... But yeah, this is a cool boss. Yeah, I just gotta put my weapon away, not do anything. And did I pass the mechanic? Easy peasy. Let's go! That was fun. I'm not a tank. I don't need a fending accessory. Oh god, this dungeon's sick so far. Nothing but a void scent. I am down. Oh, look, everything's on fire. Sounds about right. Oh, hey, what's up, you uglies? You wanna die? Because you're gonna die. Healing bracelet... and claws, cringe. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, 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 chop. Also, I need to remember that I have these buttons to push. What's up, uglies? Not so wee. You are really ugly. What kind of fucking name is Short? Your name is Short. That's insane. Oh, that hurt a lot. Oh, great, you made me waste my spicy combo. Big, round, and ugly. Alright, big chungus. Let's dance. Okay, big and ugly is dead. Jeezy peasy, that was pain. Crap. Crap. Yippee, something I need. 765, not better than the necklace, but still good. Honestly, is there anything I could benefit from here? Regular gear. Because I still need literally everything else. But god, this dungeon is sick. I am loving this dungeon. A scrap gargoyle? Where did this come from? Oh right, the Void Send can inhabit things, so... Void Send inhabiting scrap. Lovely. Honestly, sounds about right. The Void Send love inhabiting literally anything. They would inhabit a trash can if it fancied their... if they fancied it or whatnot. The suck. Yay, tubes. This is just like Futurama. Whee. Aw, no more tube. Okay, got some materia. I can greed on that. I can't greed on that. Chop, chop, chop. Okay, what's the final boss? What in the fuck is that? gonna hurt! I was correct. That did hurt. What do you mean? I just got back up!
Time to pull the string!
GG! That was fun. Oh, my hair ribbon got messed up. I'll have to fix that. Let's see, I will... Don't need that, but I will give a commendation to the tank. You did a good job, my dude. That was a really fun dungeon. Or a fungeon, if you will.
I think that's all of them.
We need but seal the fissure to prevent further ingress.
It's over.
That worries me.
I can only imagine the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
Huh?
If you do that,
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding its fate?
Yeah, these cutscenes really do look so amazing. Like, they kicked into overdrive on the cutscenes.
You want to go back? To the void? Your kind have entered this realm before. Some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But you would choose that dark, deathless place?
The wind is fresh and pure, untouched by darkness. Perhaps it won't be a blessing to meet my end in such a place. But I cannot let there depart with the void. If only the winds would blow there as they do here. I long to return, to see my home unsullied, as it once was.
We know that pain all too well. If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the void and devote yourself to its restoration. I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home. She and her companions strive to bring light into the void from another world blighted with imbalance. I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the darkness from the void, I'm sure of it.
His form is imbued with the will of all those I have consumed. We shall return to our world and seek out this Zero. Then we shall see if there is truth in your words.
She won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
Finally, a void sent who listens to reason and is sensible. Not a mindless monster.
Bravo! I think Zero will approve.
Oh,
Indeed, that was truly heartening to see.
Understanding begets fellowship, right? I thought I might lead by example.
Well then, shall we head back?
Reports have begun trickling in. By all accounts, the Ilsabard contingent was successful in containing the threat on their front. For Void sent to attack in such numbers just as we were finding our feet, I daren't imagine the consequences had you not provided such timely aid. On behalf of my comrades, thank you. Thank you all. Oh god, I don't need any of these. I'll just take that. I'm gonna sell it anyway.
The Ilsabard contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear to be under control for the time being. Though it remains unclear why the fissures opened up in the first place. According to Tataru, similar ruptures are occurring across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald.
The Black Shroud, maybe?
Though it hath since been sealed, you will recall there is a great void gate that we ourselves had cause to open.
Havner.
A gate which was instrumental in our bid to reunite
That one, Thavner.
with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
That place is probably on fire, honestly.
Oh gods. The moon.
Oh, the moon, right. Fuck. I forgot about the moon. I forgot that we did, in fact, open a portal on the moon.
Planar fissures. I failed to consider this vulnerability. All other paths unto the void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift.
The moon's probably on fire. Or in 1,000 pieces.
That rift might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry.
Let us make for Bestway's burrow. I dare say the Loporrits are well aware of current events.
We ought to have Kryl join us once she finishes tending to the wounded.
Honestly, the moon's probably on fire and in 1,000 pieces, all at the same time.
I shall likewise contact Y'shtola. Her knowledge of the moon's void gate is second to none.
Alphino, Alize, please do what you must to keep our world safe.
We'll be back before you know it.
Mm-hmm.
A quick word, if you will. I'm not sure whether you'll run into Zero during the course of all this, but if you do...
Please, 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 please tell me we run into Zero. Please tell me we get to say hi to Zero again.
Emergency rations, in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the void. She likes dumplings.
Aww. Everyone likes dumplings. Dumplings are great. You have to be crazy to not like a good dumpling. But yes, if we see Zero, I will give her the dumplings. Something tells me we're gonna see Zero. Yay! Yay! We get to see our bestie. We get to see our bestie again after an expansion and a half. Well, more like it, an expansion in 2/3. Or 5/6? Oh, okay, yeah, everything's on fire. As expected. Or at least... Doom! Doom! Doom!
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loporrits too are beset with void scent.
Oh, what sweet relief it is to see you all. Yes, void scent. And lots of them. They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater.
I had dearly hoped to find my worries unfounded.
For some unknown reason, the Void Gate seems to have partially opened. Living May dashed off to activate the brands and halt the Fiend's invasion.
Oh boy.
But she hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
Not Living Way.
I suggest we make for the brands without delay.
I hope we eventually get like roller skates as a mount, because I would love to just be able to skate everywhere. Just put on my skates and start zooming around. And you just have some silly little rockets on it to explain how you can fly, and then you're just kind of tumbling through the air. Hey, look, another player. Let's go help them. Because that's what we need to do as well. What's up, nerds? It's your girl. Here to kill some shit. Anything else? No. I don't get to finish off my combo, but that's fine. I'm a valiant savior. I was so frightened I dared not move an ilm. Oh, you're looking for Living Way? I think I saw her heading southwest towards the Drowning Brand. She had several slaughter bots in tow, but I worry they won't be enough for all the void scents. You'd better hurry. Onwards, Alpac I have yet to name. Let us go and help our good bunny friend. Oh, only two? Lame. I wanted to fight more. But it does seem like this is a pretty quick patch, because we're done with the dungeon, and we're probably going to get to the trial soon. I won't complain, considering it is late.
I was never in any real danger, of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue.
Howdy, howdy, hun. Welcome, welcome.
Is likewise plagued with void scent.
we'd prioritized further development of the Void-sent slaughter bots, we could have stemmed the tide ourselves. Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been. Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally and the
I love you too. Hope you're having a great evening.
practically taste the praise. Fortunately, I was able to activate the brands. Should any more Void sent emerge from the gate, they ought to be confined to the crater. Unless, of course, the Void Gate begins to expand of its own accord, or some gargantuan monstrosity tries to barge through, I don't foresee any major problems.
Well, speak of the devil, living way.
Oh, nope. We're doomed.
You just had to say something, didn't you?
There you are.
The moment you say something, you jinx us all.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard.
I definitely have lots of work I need to do to get the model ready for Friday, but so far it's looking honestly pretty good. It's super responsive and expressive, and since I know this is going to be a shorter stream, I can spend the rest of the night just doing the little tweaks I need to do.
And ere you ask, I made sure to bring the key with me.
Then the real threat yet awaits us.
Tis Golbez's domain beyond the Void Gate. I wonder how he and Zero are faring.
Tell me we get to see our bestie Zero. Oh no, why is the crystal glowing? Okay, that one's glowing too.
By the 12.
7.5 has been amazing so far. The story is so good. We finished the dungeon a little bit ago, and that one was so good. I think we're getting to the trial soon. It shouldn't be a super long stream, because I think it's 5 to 7 quests long, probably. The gift of ethos, huh? The gift of what? Yours is a journey without end, conceived and guided by principle. Hold fast to what you must and meet your fate without fear. Go forth, discover, unite the stars unto one. Just like in the trailer. Let none bar your path. Oh, this is sick. Like, this model has actual teeth textures. Like, you can actually see teeth. Like, I'll have to show that off when we get to the end of stream. But just like, this is a significant improvement over the previous version. Like, when they said this was a 2.0, this is indeed a 2.0. It is a massive improvement. Like, so many more expression blend shapes. Like, the teeth look so good, the body's so good, the physics are better. It is a big improvement. And once I do the tweaks I need to do, it will look fantastic. Like, the hair ribbon should not be bugged out like that, but that'll be an easy fix. That was sick. We just opened a portal to the 13th. Let's fucking go. That's a problem. You are also a problem. Nothing I can't handle, though. But I don't have to handle it, because it's our friend Zero! Yippee! And Big Chungus himself, Golbez.
What are you doing here?
I have no clue what I am doing here, but hi. Hi, friend. A visit felt long overdue, but also no time to explain. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into new eye textures. Like, the default's really nice, but it would be nice to look for something new and maybe some makeup too.
You could be so
But yeah, it is.
amidst all this.
It is definitely a big improvement. Yeah, the default eye texture is just so nice. Especially compared to the default eyes from the previous model. Though I never did
make yourself useful.
never did really get to see the previous eyes because I always use a new texture over them. But yeah, like, this even has like a cat's eye pupil, so my pupils probably can't see it super well, but I could show that off when we get to the end of stream. Yeah, cat's eye pupils now, which is really nice.
The gate's sheer size appears to have made it a tempting target.
And who are you?
Enuo, a dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean.
Is that the trial boss? I'm down.
They kept to the confines of their domain while Zeromus endured. No longer, it would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
Leave the void scent nearby to us. You take care of Enuo.
That sounds like a trial to me. But yeah, they have
Facing this many foes,
they have really improved on the cutscenes in the post patches. Like, they all look so good. Like, patch 1.1 and 0.2 had good looking cutscenes, but then 0.3 was when the cutscenes got insanely good looking, and they have been amazing since. So this just tells me that the next expansion is going to have the most amazing looking cutscenes ever. Ooh.
Void scent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield. Besides, what better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
True, true. Time to summon in the homies.
Who dares face me? A mere mortal.
I'm not just a mortal, I'm just the mortal.
In search of power. Renown.
I don't need any more power, and I'm already renowned enough. I don't need any more renown.
I fight to end this world without end. All who stand before me shall fall.
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, but this music is so cool, though. The music has been consistently insane. Ooh, The Unmaking. That is a cool trial name. Well, there's probably going to be 100 people queuing for this, so it shouldn't take that long. When I queued for the dungeon, it took like 15 seconds to get in, because there's so many people trying to do it. But this music is so good. Oh, okay, this guy teleported us. I was like, I don't know where the heck we are, because we're definitely not on the surface anymore. Yeah, this guy just teleported us. This guy is fucking huge. Jesus Christ. I just went in the first person. He's massive. Like, I barely go to his knees. I'm barely as tall as his knees. Jesus. This guy is huge. No, not even as tall as his knees. I'm his ankle height. Man, that makes me feel tiny. I'm as tall as his ankles. So this must be what it's like to be Koki. Being so small. Yeah, it's like, we're just politely waiting. He's standing there all menacingly, and we're just politely waiting until everybody's ready. Let's see. Born by the key on a gleaming golden path, you emerge onto the red moon in the midst of carnage. Your faithful allies of the 13th, Zero and Golbez, battle tirelessly to drive back hordes of Voidsent, all the while watched by a sinister form in the dark. Wielding the boundless power of the Void, the dread sovereign Yuno has risen from depths unfathomable, intent on reducing all existence to still, silent nothingness. Will their bleak vision of a world unmade be realized? Or will life and light prevail? True. If this was if I was Koki size, I would have a stool that I could just pop out and stand on. But that wouldn't help any, because this guy is like 10 Kokis in size, at least. You would need a pile of stools to be as tall as him. Also, right, I need to visit a Calamity Salvager and turn in all of my paint. Because they put in the dye upgrade already. So I need to turn all of my dye into the newer version. Which, honestly, a very good change. Yeah, exactly. 10 tabs in the trench coat is probably tall enough to be that. But yeah, I definitely, not today, but definitely tomorrow when I play, need to go turn in all of my die for the new version. Yeah, it's time to fight. Bam, 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 bam. And I do need to adjust the head pat, because this model is a little bit shorter than the previous one. So I need to adjust the head pat and other things. But that'll be easy to do. Yeah, a little shorter. I'm probably Koki size now. Because I'm normally a few inches taller than her, like 2.5. So I'm probably her size now.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the silken dark.
No, I'm good. I don't want to Quake. Unless it's Quake 4. Quake 4 is a great game.
The Void's power is mine to wield. Perish.
No thanks, I'm good. I don't want to perish. I quite like existing.
Be still. Accept your downfall.
Oh, that... I got pulled into that. That was no bueno.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
No. Oh, Lord Almighty. Oh, that is spicy. Oh, don't you run from me. I'm trying to do my mechanics.
Fumes. Naught will endure. Neither past nor future. Only one such
Oh, God. Ow. Okay, so we just need to defeat these, I think. Sounds like you're trying to say know your place, trash. God, is the... Okay, nope. Why do you keep moving? I'm trying to do my rotation, my good sir. Why are you running? Why are you running?
The darkness. Let the light guide you.
Why are you running? Why are you running? That hurt a lot, but I'm not the only one who died.
The underlings are no more. Now to deal with NOO.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
Light, protect us!
I will not yield my domain!
Ooh, hell yeah.
Such is the power of the Void. Shall never cease to be. My power is absolute.
Nah, I don't think so.
The Void's power is mine to wield. Did all boundaries cease to be? Behold the truth of this world! Accept your downfall.
Nah, I'm good. I barely managed to get out of that. Oh boy.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
Nah.
Be still. Does the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still.
Healers, please help. I would like to not perish immediately.
Boundaries cease to be. The Void's power is mine to wield. Perish.
Ooh. That was a fun fight.
They must be sealed away. I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone. I presume you journeyed here to prevent more Void Scent from passing through the gate.
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Alas, voids have been emerging from fissures across the source.
Cause for alarm indeed. Tell us more. So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate. For better or worse, precious little has changed in the 13th since the Romus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, Even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force. Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
'Tis a possibility.
What of Razatan and Garlemald? Eulus took mercy upon the interloper. Whether Void Sent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Eulus as much. Wait. How exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state.
You know, that's a very good question. I don't think I have an answer for that. Other than glowing orange circle.
And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
Interesting.
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
Now seems an opportune time to give Zero the parcel Eulus prepared for her. Why, yes, that is in fact the most opportune time to do that. Something for me? That smell. Food, is it? I recall Eulus speaking of the dumplings his mother used to make. Thank you for the parcel and the fond memories. There's more than enough to share with Golbez. Now that he forgoes the aether of others, I'm sure he'll appreciate the sustenance. I sometimes wonder what the Void would be like if culinary traditions flourished here once more. Whether it would suffice to break the cycle of mutual consumption. A heartening thought, if nothing else. Until I battled earlier, I hadn't called upon darkness in some time. In truth, I find light a better fit these days. Ever since you left, we've been roaming the void in search of individuals who would join our cause. Although we return to the Red Moon after sensing Enuo's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to seek me out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us? With Enuo defeated, the source should be in no imminent danger. could. We'll wait for you by the crater. There is a teleporter situated between here and the center of the moon. I used it to travel to the surface in days long past, though I seldom had need once my generals were in place. Igi Yorhim herself crafted the device that I may lay low the Servant of Light. Ironic that we now use it seeking to restore light to the void. Forgive my idle reminiscences. 'Tis time we made our descent. Though it was not always so, many who live here now have chosen to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, if our numbers continue to grow, we may require more territory. Thankfully, we were able to harness the residual aether from Barbaricia's domain. Those reserves will enable me to expand mine as the need arises. Right. We had best prepare for our potential guest. Join me in my abode when you're ready. Okay, I can mount up here. Let's go. No flying, of course, but yay, I can ride my mount. I imagine you remember these. The transmitters we used to receive light from the first. If memory serves, they work by channeling excess ether left in the wake of the flood into the Crystal Tower. Using the tower's cross-rift travel capabilities, light is then conveyed onto the 13th and into these devices. I have a mind to use them now, but they'll need to be set in an elevated location. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Not sure what we're doing with these, but okay. And that's probably why we get to mount up, to make getting around faster.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends. They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
I did not expect to see you here.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, Many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
It would seem Eulis's intervention has helped forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I gather you'll head home sooner rather than later? Yeah, I mean, we got to see our friend. We should head home. Then let us return to the Red Moon. I'm sure you wouldn't begrudge me a proper farewell. How could I leave my friend without saying goodbye properly? Aw, it's this song.
Would you deliver a message to Eulis for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us. Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears she's not in Mare Lamentorum.
Wait. Is that...
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
Well, I'm good at that, aren't I?
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon? And who might you be? Not her Void-sent, I'd wager.
Greetings. I am Helmerut of the Asians. We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms?
Pretty.
I wish only to talk. Thank you for affording me a chance.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. That you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Yes, that is correct.
What's up, you little shit?
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
If you wish to speak, Helmerut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients. As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia. And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself, As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more.
Eh?
Yes. It seeks to rejoin with all of its shards. Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth. Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
Level up at any home. Supposing for a moment we believe you. How can you possibly know all this?
Thank you for the sub, as always.
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark. The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course.
Well, it's still appreciated.
So many seeds of life have already been lost. Yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased. I cherish man's journey. Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
Even if everything you claim is true? What you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable!
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one. Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Wait, that's Xenos' weapon. What the fuck are you doing with Xenos' weapon? That should be in the ends of the universe with his corpse.
Wait!
Don't tell me you're giving me that as a... Nope, okay, it's going away. I was like, you're not giving me that as a gift, are you? Because I sure as hell don't want that. I should have stayed at the end of the universe where Xenos died. There you are. One moment you were standing before me, and the next you vanished into thin air. Thanks to you all, the Voidsent have been eradicated, and the gate lies sealed once more. There's been nary a peep from the crater. Though I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Is something wrong? And has it been 8 months already? Jeez, that's... Time really does fly, doesn't it? And I am very glad to have you here. For all the ups and downs and everything in between. The star seeks to become whole? But that's preposterous. As far as I'm aware, Heidelin made no mention of a natural rejoining. I ought to consult the records to be certain. But not before thanking you for dispatching the Voidsent so handily. You well and truly saved the day. This is the end of the quest, it looks like, because that's the title of the patch. The implications of the solstice and the winter schemes, as well as our approach moving forward, will take time to consider. To that end, I believe we should gather and speak in person. And by we, I mean all our fellow Scions. For a change of pace, why don't we convene at the Rising Stones? I'm sure Tatara and the others would be happy to meet us there. A fine idea. In many ways, our return is long... I haven't been there in years. Like, I haven't had a reason to go there for ages. No doubt we could all use some respite after Garlemald, but I trust there are no objections. To settle then, to the Rising Stones. God, again, we haven't been there in ages. I think tomorrow I can get the overalls outfit set up because it was originally made for this model base. I just edited it a bunch to make it fit for the previous one, but it'll naturally fit for this. So I won't have to change a thing, I could just slap it on easy. Nary a thing has changed since we last gathered here. No doubt Tataru is chiefly responsible for the prevailing state of tidiness. Oh, I am absolutely going to do the rest of the outfits for my chibi. Because the neat thing about this model, it has a specific face shape for chibi, so I just have to slide a slider to the right fully, and the face is set up for chibi. Then I just have to shrink the body down properly, and boom, chibi. Speaking of whom, she and a great many of her comrades are en route. Let us wait for them a while longer. And I think the chibi for this one will look even better than the chibi for the last one. I might cook on a chibi model tomorrow as well, alongside doing the overalls. Because one of these sliders for this is flat chest. Instead of making the breast smaller, it makes them flat. So this is literally perfect for a chibi.
Long it hath been since last we gathered here.
You're telling me, Urianger, we haven't been here in who knows how long.
Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only. Thereafter, we did largely operate independent of one another. All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
And just think, what if we get the other homies back?
Apologies for our delay.
Speak of the devil, it's the homies. It's all of the homies, actually. Yay!
We're reporting for duty, as bid.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route.
I haven't seen these guys in ages.
Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with. But we're working on it.
Well, I mean, that's a given. Estinian is Estinian. He's going to go and do as he pleases.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
He always does.
Now, as much as I'd like to savor our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments.
Indeed.
Will you apprise us of the details?
So basically, shit's fucked. Probably. That's the long and short of it. Shit's probably fucked.
The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Void Scent incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat. The problem, is how to deal with it.
Both the source and the reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation, then what can we possibly do?
I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar, so it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
I think she knew and chose to trust in us.
So she believed that we could overcome this trial as well. Or rather, that the choice was ours to make.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
Ere I forget, Heron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
What, I can't remember the last time we had a speak with your fellow scions. Coltene and I had remained in Corvos to monitor the situation among the Garleans and the Corvosi. Though seldom smooth sailing, in time the region settled and we were able to return. I understand the Garlean community has made great strides in improving relations with other peoples. Hearing that, I feel renewed zeal for resolving the issues in Corvos. Then perhaps you'd like to hear more about the Garleans' accomplishments from me and the twins. It might stoke that fire even hotter. 'Twas by no means an easy decision, but as the solstice is now our paramount concern, Alice and I have opted to formally withdraw from our efforts in Garlemald. After all, anything we can do to protect our world will also serve to keep the Garleans safe. Ulyss and his comrades are already working towards a brighter future of their own accord. Honestly, I'm more worried about us. It's so difficult to see the path ahead, but hopefully we can get through this and return to Garlemald with our heads held high one day. Indeed. In the meantime, let us prepare a letter for Ulyss and the community. We mustn't let despair stay our hand. After Urianger and I went off on our own, we decided to spend some time exploring Zak'Taral. We never had the chance to visit during the Rite of Succession, you see. We journeyed east through Loazenaheta before heading up the coast to the frigid northern reaches where they revere a storied beast of the sea. The excursion only serves to reinforce just how diverse Taral really is. We also met with the Wallachie. Though we had not the time to study their arts at length, we were privy to several intriguing demonstrations. Would that we could have indulged our curiosity further and traveled to yet more distant lands, for better or for worse, pragmaticism, tempered or wanderlust. Suffice it to say, we still have plenty to see of the continent. I should very much like to return given the chance. Aenor and I were training in Gridania when the Voidsent attacked the Twelveswood. Thankfully, we were able to fend them off with the help of the Twin Adders. When I heard the invasion had already spread across the star, I realized the gravity of the situation and ordered a confidential report sent to the other Scions. That's why Tataru was so quickly apprised. Thanks to you, we were able to make haste for Garlemald. While circumstance and duty may keep us apart, we remain bound by common purpose. Indeed. May that purpose continue to guide us now that we stand together once again. Judging by your guise, Clemens, your studies must have been productive. Indeed, I have more or less mastered the fundamental principles of Charlian astrology. At one point, I considered exploring other healing arts, but decided to persevere with more focused training to better leverage my skills on the battlefield. I don't think I'd be much use on a battlefield these days. I can scarcely hold my bow steady, let alone hit a target. So sorely bereft of brotherly ministrations as I am. I knew you still required constant supervision. You two haven't changed in the slightest. It makes me wonder how our colleagues that couldn't join us today are faring. It seems everyone has much and more to discuss with one another. Anyway, you're overdue for a proper break. The peace and quiet will help you think. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in Dawn's respite.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential. You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure. Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth.
Well, that all but confirms that's where the next expansion's at.
A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
Why tell me where you're going?
I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway. What Halmarut said to you earlier. She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost? I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world, fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals. No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
If shattered stars are doomed to mend, how turns the key to winter's end? Let's go! We are now caught up to the new patch that came out yesterday. Let's go. And that was barely 3 hours. That was a nice cozy little stream. Which means I will have time to actually start working on the improvements to the model. First, I did have a few things I wanted to show off that are immediately visible. So let's tab over to Warudo. Like the teeth, for example. They are properly textured teeth. Like, you can see all the little bumps and ridges of the, like, teeth, the canines. It is so nice having, like, actual teeth-looking teeth. Because the previous model just had flat textures for the teeth. This one has actual teeth. And the tongue is improved too. Like, the tongue actually looks like a tongue. But yeah, once I do all the little tweaks I need to and improve things, this will immediately look infinitely better. Oh, and I did want to show off the pupils. Got my cat eye slit pupils, which I think looks really nice. But yeah, this is just the default eye texture that came with the model. I could easily find, like, I will look and see if there's any other eye textures I might like, but I do really like the default one. It is so good. Anywho, that was a fantastic stream for today. Given that it is quite late, I'm not going to raid into anyone. So we will just cut to the ending screen and call it good for there. Anywho, as always, my lovely, lovely catfish, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening and rest of your week. And remember, Big Sis loves you always. Mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah.